Fall leaves mark the changing seasons. At the Hanover County Registrar's Office, signs of big changes this election season, too.
I decided to come out and vote early because my decision has been made.
Kathleen Harrell was in and out within 5 minutes, even with COVID mitigation protocols in place for early voting.
Everybody was being very thorough, and as soon as I voted, somebody came and cleaned up the voting station right after me. So those are definitely changes, and I'm happy to see them.
Local registrars say COVID and no excuse early voting this year are leading to record numbers of ballots cast in Central Virginia before Election Day. We took a look at where the numbers stand surrounding the metro. Of the 250,000 registered voters in Chesterfield County, more than 14,000 have already voted early in person. 44,000 requested a mail-in absentee ballot, with more than 9,000 already returning them. There are more than 234,000 registered voters in Henrico County, and approaching 20,000 have already voted early in person. Nearly 44,000 have requested mail-in ballots, and nearly 12,000 have been returned already. And in Hanover County, 7,000 of the 81,000 registered voters have cast ballots in person, and 4,700 mail-in ballots have been returned and processed.
But it certainly looks like a lot of people are excited about this election on both sides.
Political analyst Dr. Bob Holsworth says despite the pandemic, early voting numbers indicate final voter turnout will still be high. He says keep a close eye on how many absentee ballots are disqualified for not being filled out properly, which happens in every election.
We have an extremely important congressional races going on that could be very, very competitive. And so my sense is that we really need to take a look at what percentage of the absentee ballots that get sent in actually get determined to be valid.
4 weeks until Election Day, a steady stream of voters head in to make their choices in Hanover.
It's actually just as easier than our polling place.
The Wrights have been married for 60 years. They didn't want to take chances and possibly miss voting in 2020.
Because we want our constitutional rights. Yeah. That's exactly why.
It was easy. I was nervous. I didn't know what I was going to jump into, especially with the whole COVID.
The Lejeunes have been married only 2 months and cast their first ever ballot early and together.
It's just very important to know who's going to be in charge and to be a part of the decision-making process. You know, that's your right. So that's definitely something everybody should take part in, because otherwise you're just missing out.
Statewide, more than 363,000 Virginians have already voted early in person, and state election officials say more than 1 million mail-in absentee ballots have been requested statewide. The deadline to register to vote for this election is next Tuesday, October the 13th. Working for you in Hanover, Jake Burns, CBS 6 News.